Hello students, how are you all? So we'll proceed with our next chapter, that is chapter 7, permutations and combinations. See, this topic is very important, not just for your 11th or 12th. It is actually used in your after graduation everywhere, because this topic comes in your main competitive exams. Like you have your railways, you have your banking, you have your, if you're gonna plan for MBA, you're going for engineering, whatever, your JEE, anything, your SCSC, your army, this permutation combinations are used after your graduation too. So you can focus and you can study, because in this many questions arises many types, but here in this you will be having limited formulas, so you can keep it in mind. There is no need like you have to by heart everything. If you learn now the formulas, it will be fit in your brain. So we'll see what is permutations and combinations. Basic intro we'll start with, because it's a new topic for you. There might be little bit light problem, please adjust. Now see, now we have there might be slight disturbance, please try to avoid. So now there are 10 numbers I've given, and this I'll tell you just pick up any 2 numbers or 4. Suppose I've tell you pick up any 4 numbers. So everyone may choose anyhow. Some may choose 1, 2, 3, 4. Some may choose 5, 4, 2, 3. Some may choose 10, 8, 7, 6. Other 9, 7, 6, 4. Anyhow you'll get so many, right? So many combinations you're getting. So this only is said as your combinations, right? Even you know generally what a combination means. You're taking some other things and you're combining it. You're making it in a one form, right? You're making a selection. You're selecting it. So combination is just that. You know it also. One set, like we said, we are combining, but everything whole we call it as a combinations, and this in this we will study total combinations of the particular problems or particular question what they have given in this permutation and combinations. This is your combinations. Next comes your permutation. What is your permutation? Permutation is, see now I have taken your one set 1, 2, 3, 4. So one can write 1, 3, 2, 4. Another can write 2, 4, 3, 1. Someone can write 3, 1, 4, 2. Even one more, how you can do again possibilities, 4, 1, 2, 3. Like this you'll get many possibilities also, right? In this only you'll get various possibilities, or you can tell arrangements. This arrangements only is called as your permutations. I hope from this it is clear what is your permutation, what is your combination. Permutation is nothing but the possibilities which you get from that particular set which you have made, or arrangements, because there will be infinite arrangements. And combination is the thing which you combine from a whole the set which they have given. So this is your combination, this is your permutations. So you can solve these problems based on your formula. Even without formula also you can find 50% of problems you can tell without formulas you can solve, and then rest you can based on your formulas of your permutations and combinations. I hope this much is clear. Your introduction, basic introduction, simple, which you should know. Just that's it. Your combination, your permutation. We'll see what is the thing without formula. Now we'll see the concept, that is fundamental principal counting, which I've said you without formula. You can solve some problems. That is that only. It is fundamental principal counting. Now how this is fundamental? Now suppose I'll take an example. Textbook example I'll take. Okay. So suppose there are 3 ties. Okay. T1, T2, T3. 3 ties are there and 2 belts. 3 ties and 2 belts. So you have to wear it. How you'll make this combination or this possibility, how it will be? combination does combination doesn't mean you can pick anything and make. Okay, little logically also you have to go. Now 2 ties at a time you can't wear, 2 ties, 2 belts, right? Only one tie with any one belt. So use your brain also while doing. Just you have to make the combination, don't be in a hurry. Like T1 T2 you take with B2 T, you don't wear it, right? Like that. So now see, T1 is there, your first T. With this you can go with belt 1 or belt 2, right? This one combination is there. T2, in this also you can go with belt 1, belt 2, wearing tie 2 and your combination of belt anyhow. With belt 1 also you can go, belt 2 also. T3, with this also belt 1 you can go and with belt 2. So here you can see how the possibilities you are getting. With your 1T you can go with your any of the belts, but belts are 2, so combination how you will do, M into 2, right? Like this possibility it is. Even here also with 1T possibility is 2. Same way with one belt, with one tie, belts will be 2. So if you add, how much you will get? 2, 4, 6. So you are getting how much? 6 possibilities. You are getting 6 possibilities. This you can take event A, event B. I hope it is clear for you. Which means how you have to take your any number of your event M. Okay. So how we tell this? When your event A can occur in M ways. This is your event A, right? We have taken event A. This is your event B. Okay. When your event way occurs in M ways. M ways, here M is what? 1. Associated with your event B. Even your event B occurs with your N ways. Your event B is occurring in your N ways. So the total occurrence of this will be what? M cross N. In the same way we have written, right? M cross N. So this is only your fundamental. Okay, it comes under M cross N. In the same way, you have 2 watches also. Now one more event here, event C, consider 2 watches are there. Even for watches, for your one tie you can wear with the 2 belts, and your watches also, here I am writing watch 1, watch 2 for your belt 1, right? This is combination you can write with your one belt, your one tie with your any one watch. Again your one belt, your belt 1 and your watch will be the another. Like this you can make again combinations. So again for your watches possibility will be there. How much? Again it will be 2 only, right? So it is 2 because 2 watches are there. So 2 types you can make it. So you can see when you have event A in your, it occurs in M ways, and your event B occurs in N ways, and your event C occurs, you can take this as P. Okay, you can take it as P. Then the total occurrence will be of that. Total occurrence in how many ways it will be? M cross N into P. In this order it will be. When it is 3 events if you are taking. If it is 2 events, it will be M cross N. I hope this much is clear for you how you have to make the combinations, what this principle, fundamental principle counting tells about you. You can write the definition. The fundamental principle counting is just making of your combinations in your order. Okay. So the same I have written in your definitions, just pause it to note it down. So here one slight difference between your principle of multiplication and principle of addition, how you have to use. Now see, they M ways and N ways it is, right? So if I take event A, multiplication it is, wait, so it becomes and event B. So if I consider this only, your event A, M ways, M how many ways, like in how many ways we could wear the a tie, T1, T2, T3, means there was 3 ways, right? Event A has 3 ways, and your event B, there are how many belts? 2, so you can wear it in 2 ways. where shall I write? Here itself I'll write, okay. Event to be in 2 ways, right? 3, 2, and even your bell, this what you'll tell, watches were there. Watches also in how many ways? 2 ways you could have done, right? This is also 2 ways. So in your multiplication, how it will be? You're multiplying it. Now I have just considered event A and event B. So what it tells? The total number of occurrence of the events is given in the order m cross n, right? So how it will be given? 3 cross 4. So how many possibilities? 12 possibilities you were getting. This is your principle of multiplication. Same for your principle of addition. You can write here. Principle of addition. Same, your event A, event B. So principle of addition, how it will be? Event A or event B it comes. Whenever it is or, it is addition. If it is and, it is multiplication. So event A, how many possibilities? 3. Or means plus your event B is 4. So here you'll get 7 possibilities. So this is your difference. Your and means your multiplication, your or means your addition. I hope this definition is clear for you. Even now 3 ways are there, means it will be how? 3 into 4 into, it was 2, right? 6 possibilities. 3 plus 2 also you will get 6 possibilities. 5. So what all I am writing? 5 possibilities. You had 2 ways, right? For event B, you had 2 ways, and for your event A in 3 ways. Of this definition, it is clear for you now how you have to do. And in multiplication of the questions, they have given and or. Be sure with that. And will be your addition, or and will be your multiplication, or will be your addition. So just you can note it down, all this intro part. So next we will see our using FPC. FPC means your fundamental principle counting, okay, in block diagram. Just calling it a block diagram because usually we, with the help of that we are doing. Textbook example only I'll take, so the example I won't write. Just I'll show you the example, you write it, I'll not write the question. They're telling find the number of 4-letter words with or without meaning which can be formed out of the letters of the word ROSC, word rose they have given, where the repetition of the letters is not allowed. Okay, write down this question. I'm not writing it, you just write it down. So what all they have given, I've just written it. 4-letter words with or without meaning they have said, and the word which they have given is rose. Repetition is not allowed. See, in this type, in your FPC, there will be 2 words which will be using, that is one, repetition is not allowed and repetition is allowed. So these 2 things will be repeatedly using in your questions, which means 4 letters. So I'll make 4 block. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So blocks 4 only they have said, right? So 4 blocks I have made. You can form the word with or without meaning, whatever it can be. You can write here OS, it's your wish. Without meaning getting. Repetition is not allowed. Repetition means what? If you have written here R, if you have used already in one box, you are not again gonna use in your further box. Like here, the word or the letter should not be repeated. Okay, so now we'll see how we can do. Now this is your first box. In your first box, any 4 of the letter can go, right? So 4 letters can go, 4 ways are there, right? It can be R, it can be O, it can be S, it can be E, which means any 4 letters can go. How many ways it will be? 4 ways, right? Any 4 letters. In your second box, left letters. Now see, in your first block any one letter is used, obvious one letter is used, any letter. So left will be only 3, right? For suppose you have used here R, then left will be what here? O, S, E, which means only 3 letter is left in your second block to fill. Same, if you have used here O already, left will be what? R, S, E. If you have used S, left will be O, R, E. If you have used E, it will be R, O, S, right? So in your second block, you can fill only 3 letters. So 3. Same in your third block, already here 2 letters are used, means left only 2 letters. So it will be 2. And your last block, there will be left only 1 letter. So it will be 1. So if you consider this as an event A, event B, event C and event D. So what it tells, event A occur in M ways, okay, then another event occurs in N ways. So into 3, another you can take this C into 2 into 1. So like this you are taking your total occurrence, how much it will be? 4 3 is 12, 12 2 is 24. So here you will get 24 possibilities. So how many ways you will get? Required words will be 24. Understood? I hope this is clear for you. See, if you are seeing here you can see even we can identify your permutation combination, like which is this is permutation or combination. You can see here already rows they have given, right? Rows they have given. So in this you can see we have used our multiplication, and if you want to check your permutation combination, you can see this question was purely your permutation. Why? Because already your selection means that combination they had given you, right? ROSC, rows they had given you one combination. You had to rearrange it. You had to do arrangement, right? Sometimes OSRE or sometime ESRO, like this. So this was your pure permutation combination. So like this you can just go through, you will understand it. How if you be, it is very easy, but just you have to understand it. That's it. I hope this much is clear for you. So next example, I have taken example 2, where they have given 4 flags of different colors. How many different signals can be generated if a signal requires the use of 2 flags, one below the other? Just take down this question I will not write. So what they have given, I have written just 4 flags of different colors they have said, and signals you have to generate it, like how many different signals can generate, they are asking. If signal requires the use of 2 flags, one below the other. Now if we go according our block diagram, so 2 flags only, one below the other they have said. So one more here and one the other. They have given 4 flags. Suppose you take red, white, green, yellow. These are the 4 flags. So in your first vacant place, suppose you have used any of this one flag, any, right? You can use your red, your white, your green, yellow, any. Like in your, it is used. Means there are 4 types, right? Any 4 you can use. So what it will be? 4, right? Obvious, any of this you can use. So 4 flags are there. And your below what it will be? Leftover. Here already when 1 is used, remaining is what? It's 3, right? In this 3, any can you use? So remaining it will be 3. So obvious here it will be your multiplication of principal you are using here, right? Because for your m different ways, there are n different ways too. So therefore you can write here the required number of signals for your m, yes, your m different ways. There is any the event that can occur in n different ways. So which means it is m cross n, which is 4 cross 3 is your 12. Required number of signal is 12. I hope this much is clear how you have to use. We will jump up to our exercise part. We'll see in that which problems we can do. Okay. So we'll head up to the exercise part. Exercise 7.1. Second question I've taken. how many 3-digit even numbers can be formed from the digits 1 2 3 4 5 6 digits they have given if the digits can be repeated. Okay, they have said you can be repeated, and they're telling 3-digit even numbers. So first we will make our block 1 2 3 like this. I'm making, obvious this is also a multiplication only. Now here you see, when they have said you digit even numbers, if they tell you even numbers, odd numbers, you have to start filling from your unit digit, your unit place. Yes, because your unit place, the number that decides whether it is even or odd, right? Whenever you have some number, if we have 25, so we tell this is an odd number by just checking our unit place. If we have a 24, we just check our unit place and consider it as a even or a odd. So whenever the number or a digit they are telling, and they are telling even number or odd number, so first you have to fill up your unit place, then go your hundreds and tens. Okay, then you can go to this block and then this block. Don't go like this reverse, but first fill up this only for your even or odd. First fill up your unit place, then you go for your start and second. Okay, so now your unit place, how many numbers, digits we can fill? See, they have given you 1 2 3 4 5 6. So here you have to place only your even number, and even number you have 1 2 3 numbers they are there. They have said you repeated. Okay, so 3 numbers, only 3 numbers you can fill here. So how many ways will be here? 3 ways, right? Because you can fill only 3 numbers. Why? Only even numbers you have to fill for your unit place. Then in coming to your hundreds place, they have said you repeated. So 3, so here it is over. You are left with what? 1 2 3 4 5 6 digits are there. So here you can fill up with 6 ways, right? Even your second block, your tens place, they have said numbers can be repeated. So again here also left how many ways? 6 ways, right? In your unit place, only 3 numbers you can put. So only 3 ways comes. Why? Because even number they are telling. For your hundreds and units, you can place any number. Any number. How many numbers? How many digits are there? 6 digits are there. So you can fill 6 ways. And they have said you repeated. So your second block also will be 6 ways. If by chance they had said you not repeated, here it would be 3. Your first block would be what? It would be 6. But your second block would be 5, right? It would be 5. Okay, I hope this is clear. No, sorry, if they would have said repeated, your last box was 3, means any one would have been used. Okay, any one used means you would be left with 5. So first would be 5 and second would be 4, and this would be 3, like this, if they would have said not repeated. But now they have said you repeated, so it will be 6 only. I hope this much is clear. So the arrangement, how it will be? Total number of arrangements you can write. The total number of arrangements, how many ways you'll get? 6 into 6 into 3, 6 6 12 12 3 is 108. 108 ways. In this ways you can arrange your digits. So this becomes your multiplication only, right? Please pause it to note down. Fourth question. How many 5-digit telephone numbers can be constructed using the digits 0 to 9 if each number starts with 67, okay, 67, and no digit appears more than once? Or they are telling 5-digit telephone numbers can be constructed or can be completed using the digits they have given 0 to 9, which means 10 numbers, right? From 0 to 9 it will be 10 numbers, and each number starts with 67, means it should start with 6 7. 2 blocks is filled already, and no digit appears more than once, means there is no repetition. So they are telling to complete this 5-digit number between your 0 to 9. 0 to 9 means how many numbers are there now? 10 numbers. And here they have already given your start number should be 6 7, means your first box and your second box is already filled, right? Already filled, they have said, and only one way, because here only 6 can be given. Why? There is no repetition. So your first box is filled with 6, so here only one way can be done. Your second box is already filled with 7, because this also they have given, right? Each number starts with 67. So your second block is also filled. So here also how many ways you can do? Only one way. Again you can't take any other number, this both they have given. Now rest, you have your third block, you have your fourth block, you have your fifth block. Now in your 10, 0 to 9 in your 10 numbers, already 2 you have used, 2 already they have used, right? 67 they have used. Left is how much? 8, right? So your third block will be 8. So from your 10 again one more number is detected, means 3 numbers are deducted. Now left is how much? 7. So again from 10 4 numbers are deducted, so left is how much? 6. Why it will be like this? Because there is no repetition. They have said appears, no digit appears more than once, and start they have said each number with 67. So this both can be filled with only one way, and your third will be remaining blocks, fourth will be again remaining of that, and the last one will be remaining. I hope it is clear for you how you have to do. So total number of arrangement, how it will be? 1 into 1 into 8 into 7 into 6, right? I hope this much is clear for you. So it is logically only you have to apply this. It's very easy, but just you have to go it through. Here I have written, see, first place can be filled by only one way, right? And that is 6, which they have given already. Second place also can be filled by one way, that is 7, which they have given. Third place can be filled by 8 ways, right? 10 numbers and already 2 numbers is filled. From 10, if 2 is deducted, left is how much? 8 numbers. So in 8 numbers you can fill it. Fourth place will be 7 ways, and so on. So total number of arrangements will be 1 into 1 into 8 into 7 into 6, that is 360 ways. Again this will be your multiplication of principle and principle of multiplication, whatever you tell. Your next question, fifth one. A coin is tossed 3 times and the outcomes are recorded. How many possible outcomes are there? This is very easy question, and this aramse you can get it. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯಿನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀವು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ? ಕಾಯಿನಿಗೆ ಟಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. How many times? 3 times toss. Okay. So outcomes means when you toss, you will be having head or tail, right? Once you can get head, once you can get tails. Means only 2 ways are there. So one time you can get only 2 ways. Even the second time, if you are tossing, same, right? Head, tail. Only 2 are there. So again second time also 2 ways only will be there. Even third time also you toss the same head, tail. So there also it will be 2 ways. So total how much it will be? 2, 4, 8, right? So it will be total 8 ways when the when the coin is tossed 3 times. So you can write same. So same whatever I have said here I have written. So total number will be 2 cross 2 cross 2, which will be 8 ways, right? I hope this is clear for you. Now next will be your permutation combination. See here it was like logically you applied. Here you didn't find which is permutation combination, but in this also when you are doing the problems, you can identify whether it is multiplication, and then you have to think on whether it is permutation or it is combination. Okay. So this was your exercise 7.1. Next we'll head up to our permutations. So before that, just in a simple words, I have given you your permutation combinations as I had already explained you at the start, like what is your permutation, what is your combination. Again in a simple way I have written. Permutations means what? Arrangements, right? You have to arrange in different ways, how many ways we get, and in this your order matters. Like suppose you have words, digits, numbers, that all they have given you, and you have to arrange it. When they'll tell, suppose you have alphabet ABC and you have to arrange it with or without meaning, so you have to make word. So you can say ABC or CBA, anything. So that is called your arrangements, and that is your permutations. Then comes your combinations. Combinations is the selections, right? You have to select it, you have to make a choice, and here order doesn't matter. For example, when you play cards, here's you will just select the card, okay, and make it a different ways, your choices, but order here doesn't matter. Even balls, now you have red balls, blue balls, anyhow, so you have to just select it, whether you select first red or blue, whatever, that doesn't matter. So just in simple words, that is your permutations, and that is your combinations. So whenever you will be solving, you will understand it. Try to understand also what is permutation, combination. Sometimes what it will be, you have to select and then make arrangements also, which means both permutations and combination is required. Okay, so we will see with permutations. Next is permutations. So write down the definition, which I have said is the same. The permutation is an arrangement in a definite order of a number of objects taken some or all at a time. Okay, in your what the textbook way definition. And then you have permutations when all the objects are distinct. Distinct means what? Different, right? Distinct means different. So you have theorem, proof, write it down. I'll show you in the textbook. It's not like so deep you have to go. Just this extension is only of factorial, that is very important, so I'll explain that only. Here what they're telling, the number of permutations of n different objects, right? Now n you're taking, many objects are there, different objects, so you have taken as n, taken r at a time. R at a time means taken at a time, like 5 you have taken, 4 you have taken, any, so you have just given as r, where your r is lying between 0 to n, right? Open interval 0, less means only open interval, 0 is not counted, but it should be less than equal to n, means how many different objects are there, like whatever the particular number. And the objects do not repeat, how they have given n, n minus 1, n minus 2, so on up to n minus r plus 1, means how it would be, n minus r minus 1 it will be. This is denoted as NPR, okay, NPR. In short, it is denoted like that. You'll study it. This only is the main which you have to study. Your formula, based on the formula only you have to do. Like in short, if you tell this is what your n, n minus 1, n minus 2, so on up to n minus r minus 1, like this it will be. Okay, this is called as your n factorial. Now what is this? Why n factorial is? This is only n, n minus 1, n minus 2, so on up to your last terms 1, 2, 3, 1. That is called your n factorial. Nothing, the proof is not so deep that you don't understand, just write it, it's enough. I'll show you what you have to write. Here is the proof, just write it down. From here, the expression, and we need notation which helps you. Yeah, you can write this till here, you write. It is not like kind of you should remember and all. If you go on, you will understand only. There will be permutations are, vacant places are there, right? So if you fill with one n, right, you have filled n ways, n objects are there. So if one place is filled with n, then remaining will be what? N minus 1, right? N minus 1 means you are deducting one n. So second box will be n minus 1, third will be n minus 2, like this, so on it will be n minus r minus 1, yes, last till last. So it is just that, because r vacant places are there and it is n they are telling, we don't know how much it is. N means what? Infinite, right? It is like uncountable, so we take it as n. So just that explanation they have given you, write it, pause the video to note it down. So you have this factorial notation, we call it as n factorial. N factorial means what? We read it as n factorial. It means what? It is the product of your n natural numbers. It represents the product of n natural numbers. Only natural numbers will be there, okay, only natural numbers. So that means how it will be, like 1, 2, 3, so on up to n minus 1, n minus 2, n, right? So n factorial, you have to read that as n factorial. See, you can denote it as like this, n factorial, like this. You can give like exclamatory sign, or you can denote it like this also. So some textbooks or some of them while teaching, they may use this factorial notation, some may use this factorial. Both means the same, factorial n, n factorial, it is one and the same, okay, either way you can go. N factorial, how it is given? It is given product of natural numbers. So how you give 1, 2, 3, so on up to last is n, right? So before that term will be less than this means how it will be? N minus 1. Before this again less than this, it will be n minus 2. so on up to. But usually you can write like this or in opposite way, like n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, so on up to 3, 2, 1. Like this also you can write, and usually we use like this only. For example, if I show you, now if I take any number, what shall I take? For example, 5 factorial. Okay, 5 factorial I have to do. 5 means what, your n. Okay, 5 factorial. So it will be what? 5 into n minus 1 is 5 minus 1. Till your 1 you have to get. 5 minus 2. Okay, 5 minus 3. How much it will be? 5, 5 minus 4, 3, 2. And again here you will be having 5 minus 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 minus 4. So how you will get? See, 5 into 5 minus 1 is 4. 5 minus 2 is 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. So up to 1 you get it like this. Understood? This means your factorial. Like this you have to write your factorial. I hope it is clear. Now see, now you, if you have 6 factorial, how it will be? 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Right? If you have 4 factorial, you will get 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Understood how you have to write your factorial? This is only up, right? One more thing you see here. Your 5 factorial is 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here you see in your 6 factorial, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is there. So this 6 I can keep, and this whole I can write as 5 factorial, right? Even here you see 4, 3, 2, 1. This here you can do. 4, 3, 2, 1 is your 4 factorial. So I can write 5 into 4 factorial. This you can do like this, or you can put here bracket. Either this or like this you can give 4 factorial, right? 5, 4 factorial. Here you can see when you have 5 factorial inside, again 4 factorial is there. So 5 you can keep outside, and just you can write your 4 factorial. So from this you can get a property. If you have your n factorial, if you are taking your n common, there will be left with n minus 1 factorial. Yes. Again, if you take n minus 1 factorial also, means if you have taken n minus 1 also common, then left will be what? N minus 2 factorial. Like this only. If you have taken n minus 2 also common, it will be n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 factorial will be inside, right? Like this you can do. Here you can do like that. Let me see. 6 into 5 you can take. 6 into 5 if you take it. 4, 3, 2, 1. So you will be left with 4 factorial. I hope it is clear what this property. It is very important property. Okay, very important properties. It is most used like this. So on you can do. Okay. I hope you are clear with the n factorial what it means. It is your product of n natural numbers. And is given as like this. Just mark it because this is very useful. How you have to use, even your this part is also property useful. Few factorials you can keep it. Like your factorial 1 will be what? It is 1 only. 0 factorial, what will be 0? Well, so the 0 factorial doesn't come. Why? Means they are telling factorial is natural numbers, but still when they tell 0 factorial means it will be 1 itself. Okay. 2 factorial will be what? It will be 2. 3 factorial will be 6, right? 3 into 2 into 1. So these are the few things which you can remember directly. No need of going. You should remember properly your 1 factorial. Now I have taken one evaluation. Evaluate 7 factorial minus 5 factorial. Okay. See, either you can do 7. Your full factorial you can do 7 into 5, 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 minus 5 also. You can do like this, or we can use our property n factorial n into n minus 1 factorial, where you can take our n minus 1 common. Yes, you can do like this. Now see, if I am splitting, I'll get 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, minus even this 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So you can see 5 into 5 4 means 5 factorial is common, right? So you can take 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If you take common, you will be left with 7 6 are 42 minus 1. Minus 1. Like this you can do, or directly write down your products. Anyhow, you can do anyhow. It is not left to me. So if you see the product of this product, you will get I guess 5040 you will get, and your 5 4 20 20 into 6 is 120. This will be 120. 5040 and 120. You can take this 120 into 42 minus 1. So you will get 4920. So this is your value. Either you can go like this, okay, like taking your common, or directly multiply all the products. So you get 5040 and this will be your 120. Anyhow, you'll get same. Either you can use this property, right? N factorial n minus 1. You can use this factorial, means keeping your 7 into 6, and then you can take 5 factorial. Okay, you can do like that, means first 7 you kept, and you kept factorial 6 6 5 4 3 2 1. Okay, for this, or again 7 into 6 into 5 factorial. Here you are getting 5 factorial. So what you can do, factorial 5 you can take common, and you will be left with 42 minus 1, and you will get the same, right? It is left to you how you want. You can do it. It is easy. Don't make it complicated. Your wish. Either split it up, write your factorial, and directly you can write the product. Just the thing, you have to find the value. That's it. One more question. Evaluate n factorial divided by r factorial into n minus r factorial when n they are telling n is equal to 5, r is equal to 2. So we will do it. We have write it down. So what they are telling, n is equal to 5. So this becomes what, 5 factorial divided by r, what they are telling, 2. So this becomes 2 factorial. Here it is n minus r. So it becomes 5 minus 2 factorial. Okay. So 5 factorial, split it. 5 factorial is what? 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, right? 2 factorial, here you can write 2 into 1 into, or you can take 5 minus 2 is 3 factorial you are getting. If you want you can write here only, but I'll write 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Here you will get 2. Okay, 2 ones are 2 only, right? 3 factorial will be 3 into 2 into 1, right? So from here you can see your 3 to 1, 3 to 1 get cancels, 2 ones are 2 twos are, so you are having 10. So this value you are getting as 10, right? I hope this gets very easy, right? You have to do like this. Okay, just factorial, write your factorial, and then evaluate. If they're telling, you have to evaluate. That's it. So this is your permutations part. Exercise we will do in your next class. Okay, till here write it down. If you have any doubts, please do ask. Till then, we'll meet in the next class. Take care. Thank you.